Hello and welcome back to Wanderland. Today we're going to have a very special afternoon tea in an unexpected place. We are at Buckingham Palace today. So I'm going to be going on the tour, but I can't take pictures or video. But after that, I'm going to be having afternoon tea there. So I'll still try to figure some good stuff out for us today for this adventure to Wanderland. So come along with me down this rabbit hole, this royal rabbit hole, and we'll experience it together. Welcome back to Wonderland. So today, like I told you earlier, we're at Buckingham Palace, and I just finished visiting the staterooms of Buckingham Palace, and it was absolutely beautiful. And I so wish that I could have taken you along to show you all the beautiful, beautiful details. But what I did buy a couple of brochures, so I'm going to be adding some pictures for you, and I, of course, have to go to the gift shop. But that's not what we're here for this video for, are we? We're here for afternoon tea, overlooking the gardens of Buckingham Palace. To be able to do this afternoon tea, I need to let you know that Buckingham Palace is only available to visit during the summer months. So if you're here, obviously in the springtime, it might not happen because we're only able to be here because the King and Queen are not in residence. They're up in Balmoral, apparently, having their summer holidays. So I believe it's June, July, August, and perhaps September, but you need to book your reservations right away for the Buckingham Palace tour because it sells out all the time. It took me so long to try to get a slot here so I could visit. So what you do is you book your visit to Buckingham Palace, and that was, I believe, £32, and then I did another tour for £15, which is the garden tour, because I've never walked around the gardens before, so I'm looking forward to that. You do not make reservations for afternoon tea. It's just served in this large tented area, you know, on the portico. And you just go up and say, hey, I'd like some afternoon tea, and they give it to you. And I believe it's about £44 a person, or for two people. But I will make sure and tell you how much it is right there, right now. The closest tube stations to get here to Buckingham Palace is going to be Green Park, St. James Park, or Victoria Station. So it just depends on what you want to do. Personally, for me, I walked through from Green Park Station. It was so much shorter of a walk than I thought it was going to be, and everybody was headed off to go see the changing of the guard, and I got to see a little bit of the changing of the guard. I mean, I didn't even mean to. There you go. I hope you're enjoying this footage right now because it was kind of cool to see. Definitely. You know, it's fun to be a tourist in your own town. I think we're going to go over the menu right now just so we know what we're going to have for this tea. So there's a selection of finger sandwiches, which includes smoked salmon and cream cheese, a vegan cream cheese and cucumber, a British egg and cress, and a gammon ham and Dijon mustard. We also have a selection of scones, homemade raisin scones with clotted cream and strawberry jam. For our sweets, we have an Earl Grey eclair as well as a Battenberg cake. It all looks quite nice, I mean, considering it's out of a tin, but couldn't have asked for a nicer day. super hot here in London. I was looking, it is the same temperature forecast to be as hot as it is in Orlando today. So yeah, we're up in the 30s and it's very humid. There is a thing of sprinklers going on in the gardens, the lawns. I would love to just go take off my shoes and run through those sprinklers, but you know, probably being a royal palace, they would not let me. Oh well, I can hope, can't I? So in this metal box that I have right here, I'm just going to open it up now and we're going to both see it together. This is tea for two, and it says the Garden Cafe 2024 limited edition afternoon tea souvenir tin. So it looks like we have a selection of sandwiches right here. It looks like a couple scones and a few little sweet treats. So what I understand, this is for two people, and it's served with tea or coffee. I opted for a nice limeade is what I got myself. And also, you know, it is summer in England and it's hot. A cheeky gin and tonic out of a tin. It's really busy here, just so you know, but I had no problem trying to find a seat. So just be patient. Bring your little fan if you have one, and you should be just fine. Well, this is a very easy one. Smoked salmon and cream cheese on brown bread. And believe it or not, the bread's pretty good. I mean, it's not too bad, which I'm really surprised. So let's give it a go. That really was not bad at all, considering it is a refrigerated product, because I'm sure they mass produced these this morning and just put everything all put together in these boxes. It was very nice. The bread was nice and soft. The salmon was a good smoke. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. And there are a few little herbs inside of it. And the filling was rather generous. I mean, obviously this being a tourist attraction, I'm really surprised that it's this good. It's good. It's got flavor. So good job, Buckingham Palace. My next sandwich is a vegan cream cheese and cucumber. It's on white bread. It looks like this. Yes. It seems fine. It's not as pretty as some tea sandwiches can be, but still the bread is nice and soft. It's nice and chilled. So yeah, very nice. And you know what? I was very naughty, I told you. Got myself a little Gordon's gin and tonic, and because I'm so classy, I'm drinking it out of a paper cup. That one was a bit creepy. The cucumber had been setting for a while, so it got very slimy, and not a crunch, but more of a. It wasn't very nice, but that's okay. Let's move on and move up. We're heading on through with another classic. A British egg and cress sandwich, and it is on brown bread, and it seems like it's going to be very nice, so let's give it a go. Seems like there's a lot of egg in there, so I'm excited to try. That was not an offensive egg and cress sandwich at all. The eggs were nicely chopped. There was still a lot of texture. There was a ton of cress in it, and that was very, very fresh. Still very crunchy, so I did have a little bite with it. The bread was very nice. The only thing that was lacking on is a lot of flavor. I think if we had some salt or some pepper, the egg salad itself would be a lot better. But the filling portion inside was very, very nice. Okay, we've come to the end of our savories. This is gammon ham and English mustard. Oh boy. So, did you see that? Yeah. I smell that English mustard. English mustard is, I believe it's a relative of the wasabi family. It means it's very strong, so you only take it in little bites, little bits, but terribly, terribly proper for an English ham sandwich. So yeah, should be good. This looks like it's on poppy seed bread, so there's little black spots on it, and I'm hoping they're poppies actually. But yeah, looks good. A lot of ham in there, so let's give it a go. I like that little ham sandwich. I mean, I thought it was going to be really, really pungent with the mustard, but I have to remember where I am. There was rumor had it that Queen Elizabeth, she would not allow garlic in the palace because she did not like the smell. So I can't imagine a little bit of craziness in the catering, even on site after she's gone. So there it is. The ham sandwich was just nice. I think even children would enjoy this. It was just a nice selection of savories. Very, very traditional. Nothing to throw you off your track. It was just fine, you know, just fine in the heat, I tell you. So this was made for 2 people, so I'm going to have to bring some home to David, I think. He will not be disappointed. I may or I may not be feeding a lovely, plump wood pigeon. We're going to move on now to our scone course. Here it is, a lovely raisin scone. That is what it is. It seems very, very nice. No problems with that. I've got a bit of strawberry jam right here. And I also have a little pot of, clotted cream. Woo, I better get into this. It's getting hot. All right, the scone was not the best I've had. It was a bit too thick and dense, and it wasn't the best scone. I've had much better scones. It just it didn't taste like a scone. The consistency was incorrect. It wasn't right. But the clotted cream was nice, and the jam was nice. I think a lot of these items are perishing really quickly because of the heat. My clotted cream was almost like soup, you know, so it's okay. Thankfully, I get to do these often for you guys, so it's not too bad that I'm a little disappointed with that scone. But let's go on to our 2 little sweet treats and wrap this one up. Here is a strawberry and vanilla Battenberg cake right here. You can see that. It is so sticky and messy and wow. But itself, it seems like it's a good moist cake. So let's give it a go. All right, that one was creepy. I did not care for that at all. Not one bit. So it was very sticky and just not very nice. The flavor of the cake was non-existent. It was supposed to be strawberry and vanilla, I believe. But the marzipan around it, you didn't taste any of that, and it's just all melting, so it's not great. So my last patisserie, the Earl Grey eclair. So let's talk about this. It wasn't the best eclair that I've ever had, and it could not be the worst one as well. It was a little bit more clumsily made. The pastry was not your really thin, delicate delight that you normally would have with a French eclair, but this one was a little bit more, you know, chunky and heavy and chewy, but that's okay. Inside the Earl Grey filling, it was chocolate based, it seemed, and it had that fruity bergamot flavor, which is kind of an orangey lemon flavor. So all in all, very, very nice, and nothing wrong with it at all. I think it's a perfect way to wrap up this afternoon tea here at Buckingham Palace. I thought it was a very nice little thing to do, something very special. I think if you're here during the summer months, I think it's worth it. I do. I think the price for 2 people is very, very good. I believe, like I said, it was about £44 for 2. I think there was nothing wrong with the whole menu at all. It was very traditional, very palatable. You know, you might want to bring your own salt and pepper. That's about it. But yeah, very nice. And you get a lovely little collectible tin, which I'm having fun with already. So let me know if there's anywhere else you would like me to visit, and I would love to do that. Remember that super thanks button down there. It helps support the channel and makes me be able to bring more afternoon teas to you. So thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you next time down the rabbit hole. Bye-bye.